movie guy, and in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down the movie It by Stephen King. I'm going to be doing It Chapter 1. If you want me to do It Chapter 2 in a future video, then just comment if you want to do that. And after this video goes up, I'm going to do a poll of what other movies you want me to break down. So I have 12 facts about, or 12 things you might have missed in It. And if you want me to do a part 2 to this, again, comment if you want me to do that. So let's jump into it. In the first scene in the movie, you can see that the type of glue Billy is using is golf wax, and that's the exact brand that Bill uses in the book. I'll put up a picture on the screen in 3, 2, 1, and there it is, as you can see. And so that was fact number 1. Fact number 2 is when the boys are walking out of school, you can see Patrick, which is the one with the black hair. I'll put up a picture on the screen. Is licking his lips at Richie, and it's a nod to a really creepy part in the book. I'm not gonna say what he did because it's pretty messed up. If you want to know, read the book, but I'm not gonna tell you what he did. Number 3, Bill is a writer in It. I know this is more chapter 2, but you can see typewriters and stuff in Bill's room. Bill's a writer, and it's a nod to Stephen King, who wrote It, and he usually has a writer in each of his books. So Bill in this case is the writer. Also, I'm going to be breaking down the newer It, not the 1990 miniseries. If you want me to break down the 1990 miniseries, please comment, and I would do that. But this is the newer one, and I recently rewatched it, so it's kind of fresh in my brain. So number 4, when Georgie is about to get eaten, it looks like it's a nod to the old McDonald's commercial, and it's I'll put up a picture on the screen, but it's Ronald McDonald and this kid, and it's very similar. It's very similar to what Georgie's going through. So now number 4 is the library Ben reads in. There's a lady behind him, and every time it cuts to the book and then cuts back to the shot of him reading, you can see the very creepy old lady staring at him, like possessed by Pennywise, sort of. So, yeah. Number 5, Bill's line "Hi-Yo Silver Away" is taken from the old show called The Lone Ranger, and so the Lone Ranger was an old show, and that's what the character would yell. So then number 6 is when the boys are helping Ben with his stabbed wound, they are by a mural, and it's like a picture, and then you see it, and then it cuts away, and then it cuts back, and you can see Pennywise. His face is there when it wasn't there before, and it just kind of shows that he's watching them and kind of studying them. And then now we have, I'm pretty sure this is number 7, I've lost track. When Bill sees Georgie in his basement, he sees Pennywise behind him, but in the teaser trailer, his eyes don't reflect in the water, and it makes it 10 times more creepier. But in the theatrical release, his eyes are reflected, and it's still a creepy scene, but it would have made it creepier if his eyes weren't shown. Bill's line throughout the movie where he says he thrusts his fists against the post and still insists he sees the ghost. He says that in the book as well, and when he says it, it's about it's about kind of his fear. It got worse after Georgie died, so it got worse then. But once they kill it, his stutter gets better, and as you can see in chapter 2, when we get reintroduced to Bill, he's not stuttering. It's only when he finds out it is alive, and he just kind of it just kind of comes back. So yeah. Richie's shirt, Greasers, is a store that he runs into in the book to escape Bowers and his like his squad, I guess. And Ben's shirt, which is space theme, is to represent the turtle that helps them to defeat it in the books. Um, Speaking of the turtle, there are two nods to him. Um, there's a turtle Lego that Bill holds right before he goes down into the basement, and uh, when they're all swimming in the quarry, you can see. I think Ben says he felt something brush up against his foot, and then they all decide that it was a turtle that did that. Um, in the book, when Eddie breaks his arm, um, uh, Henry Bowers breaks it instead of Pennywise, and in the book, Eddie laughs because it was like the first time he's felt pain. But in the movie, he screams because it's a more intense, like Pennywise is about to kill him and stuff. And then this will be my final one for today's video. In the final scene of the movie, when Bill and Bev kiss, the blood on her hand smears on Bill's face, but every time they cut away, for a second, her hand is in a different location on his like head, and the blood spot's different. I'll put a picture up. So yeah, these are some things you might have missed in it. If you want me to do a part 2 to this, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. Comment if you want me to do It Chapter 2 or the 1990 miniseries. And if I sounded a little bit like different today, I wrote down a script so I didn't have to memorize all these things you might have missed. And I'm reading them off my phone. So, thank you for watching. Thank you and goodbye.